Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. All the mods 9 to the sky. Oh boy, I have spent all the past day. I couldn't get it out of my head about all of the crazy machinations we can do with AppliedFlux. And it does mean that even though we worked so hard to get this program up and running, we're going to swap all of this to Applied Energistics because we can do power with AppliedFlux now. Now, I haven't been on, my mouse sensitivity is wrong. Give me a second here. I haven't been on since the last stream. So we didn't do any AFKing, our resources haven't grown, I'm sure our power hasn't really changed. And we'll need to keep an eye on our controller for if it, like, see how I can kind of tell we're losing power, but we'll just keep an eye on it. Today's plan is to change all of this to Applied Energistics, as well as the power coming from our heat generators. We're gonna change all of it. It's gonna be fun. And then if we have time, I'm hoping to do a longer stream than usual today. We're gonna go for maybe 2 to 3 hours, if we can. Oh, let's see this. I invaded and boxed up all your animals. No, my animals. All right, that's fine. If you're new here, ladies and gentlemen, I am live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, 4K on YouTube, Twitch for faster interaction, and Twitch subs and stuff like that. Links to the server are in the description on YouTube as well as above my head, and be sure to join the Discord to keep up to date on all information regarding the server. Okay, so we're gonna make some big changes today, but I realized before we do, we're gonna need a lot of flux and we're gonna need a lot of wool. And oh, I stepped in the witch water. I always do that. I was thinking, why don't we automate some sheep shearing? And I think I'm gonna go again with how I haven't really used the reliquary pedestals. I think we'll use a reliquary pedestal to get ourselves some wool. But we got Judo coming in on Twitch. How's it going, Fallen? Hope you are well. I'm doing pretty good today. I hope you're doing well too. But yeah, looks like we got a good amount of forge energy stored right now, which is good. But we don't have a lot of wool, and I want to do cables. So let's make a pedestal to shear sheeps. We'll need a regular display pedestal, and then we will upgrade it. Not bad, thanks for asking. Couldn't sleep, so here I am. Well, I hope you enjoy your time here, and maybe my soothing voice will help put you to sleep. Deadwood Retro coming in with the follow on Twitch. I hope you enjoyed your light show. Welcome to the channel. Guys, I'm excited for today. We are going to get so much done. It's going to be pretty crazy, the amount of work we're going to try to do today. But there's our pedestal. Let's get a pair of shears. Now, I am thinking I actually want force shears, but it does require forcing it. I should have that perfect. I want to see if this works in a reliquary pedestal, because force shears have a high durability, 952, as well as they can do some other fancy things, but we won't get into that too much today. Now, our sheep, the pedestal is going to drop the wool on the ground, so what we're going to do is just do a sophisticated chest. Oh. Oh, the light show's not working. Yeah, thank you so much. Judo cheered 100 bits. Had some spare bits. Keep up the great work, man. I viewed on YouTube the other day when you were setting up the auto milking with the pedestals. Awesome. Thank you so much. Guys, give me a second. I want to make sure our our apologies, I can't English. I want to make sure our lights are working properly, because that they should have gone off for Judo there. It'll take just a moment. Ah, it's because I set it to B3. That is why. Okay, let me replay the bits. There's your light show behind me. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much. That was very kind of you. And let's dive back into what we were doing. So we're going to get a sophisticated chest. And I do know another thing we want to do today is automate wood. And I have a plan for that too. Hope you have water with that vape. Right here, it is water. How you doing, Gabe? Good to see you, good to see you. But let's grab a sophisticated chest, and all we're going to do is put a magnet inside of it, if we can. Oh, it does require ender pearls. Darn it. Okay, well, there's another method we can use. Unless I could try something real fast. Can anyone spare me a stack of ender pearls? I'll love you long time. Cheers. I'm doing very nice. How are things going for you? They're going good today. They're going good. We're going to get a lot done today. A lot. Oh, looks like Dope Snow. Gray said he had some, but looks like I'm good. Thanks, Gray. Or you know what? Let's get some from Gray, too. Oh, everyone's magnets picking them up. Everyone's magnets on. Thank you so much. All right, so we got some pearls. Judo does say, I don't mean to derail what you were doing, but I was just wondering, what are you using for early game power? The usual Skyblock packs is Lava Gen, right? Yes, so we did it for the quest. We have a magmeter producing some power, and we were using some windmills. But my favorite early game power, Judo, because here's the deal. A heat generator from Mechanism is so cheap. Copper, furnace, wood, osmium, iron. That's it. And I have them here. And you'll notice they're in a stack. And you can lava log, similar to water logging them, for even more power. And if we look down here, we can see that just this one alone is doing 408 FE a tick. The bottom ones are the most power because the heat gets transferred to the bottom. So like if we come up a little bit, it won't be doing as much. Oh, that was the max output. I didn't mean to read max output. This one's only producing 36, but the bottom one is producing 162. I want to check out how viable R's power is for AE2. I want to see that too, Gabe. If you do that, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. But okay, we got some ender pearls from the very kind people here, and we're going to use them to make a magnet upgrade. First, we need a pickup. That always comes first in this case. We do need some more planks, which unfortunately I'm getting low on wood. So let's turn those into planks, and then we'll come back to our magnet upgrade. We'll get a pickup, we'll get a magnet, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this to an advanced. Now all we need to do is put down our sheep here. So I'm going to find the ones that were yoinked. Sheep. Perfect. And we're going to put them all in this pen. But we're going to dye a bunch of them because I like to dye my cables, and the color of the sheep obviously is the color of the wool. So let's place those down, and I'll just store these yoinkers, and we're going to grab mainly blue and black and cyan dye. So we'll get a little bit of lapis. I want 2 blue sheep, 2 black sheep, and then let's grab some cyan by grabbing some white dye. So I'm gonna need bone meal, and a little bit of, oh, that's not cyan, it's green. Wasn't thinking. Give me a second here. We'll go blue dye. Do I have any green dye left over? I do indeed. Go ahead and grab some cyan. Now I do want a bit more. I'm gonna need 1 more sheep, right? Because we got black, black, blue, blue. Perfect. So what I'll do is I'll breed them while it's a white sheep. And we don't want to do too many sheep because a whole bunch of entities in a single pen moving around causes lag, and we don't want that. We'll go black, black, cyan, cyan, blue, and blue. We should also probably try to get a jetpack today at some point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pedestal and I'm just going to put it up here if I can. We'll see if that's in range, but we just need a chest and a magnet. Now, the magnet, we're going to allow ignore durability, ignore NBT. Or actually, I'm going to go to tags, and what I'll do... Can I drag to it, or do I need to go grab? Perfect. I can put in the wool and then scroll to forge wool and add that tag. And we don't need experience. Then we'll put our shears and turn it on. We'll see if it works. It may have to be the same level as the sheep, or it might need regular Minecraft shears. We'll find out here in a second. In fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it in the same pen as them. I'm going to do that by breaking all those blocks, and I'm going to put it... I think I'm going to put it over here, actually. Give me just a second, folks. I just want it to be the same level. Oh, they can stand on it. I didn't think about that. Oh, we got a problem. We got a... Houston, we got a problem. Let's go like that. And then I'm going to have to use a yoinker. Let me put down a cow. A little messy, a little messy. But it's definitely not shearing with those. So I'm going to grab... I think... I'm going to grab regular shears. I need that sheep to move. Let me try moving them all. Those walls look cool. Yeah, it's like the default for this island. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Oh my gosh, please move. Come over here. In fact, I'll give you more space. Everyone follow me. Perfect. All right, let's grab... I really wanted to use Forcecraft shears, but I don't think those will work. Let's grab regular shears. Should start shearing the sheep. Unless it's not counting it. Let me, I think I know what the problem is. I'm going to come into my FTB team settings. And I need to turn on Entity Interact to public. Ah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Years of doing this has helped me learn the process. Let's try with Forcecraft shears now. And we're going to try to move everybody closer. I chose the standard skyblock starting island. I like everything symmetrical. Nothing wrong there. It's a good island. I'll give you that. But let's get that cow out of there, and maybe try moving everybody over here. It's going to be kind of tricky to do this. Perfect. We just need them all in range. It does look like Forcecraft shears work, which is good, and all our wool's coming in the chest. Perfect. I don't like the noise though, so I'm going to come muffler, and I'm going to type sheep, and I'm going to do ambient and step. I'm going to muffle. So these guys will just be producing all the wool we'll need for our cables. Which does bring us to our next step, which is switching to AppliedFlux for basically everything in the base. It's going to be a bit of a tricky journey here, but I think we can do it. So I'm gonna just break all my cable and the manager. So I'm gonna break the manager. We'll store our manager and program, and then I'm gonna break all my cable. There we go. And all of this is gonna become AE2. Which should work fine. It may take a little bit to get everything up and running precisely, but I think we'll be okay. Now, to make cable, we do need a good amount of fluix. I've only got 22 on me, so we're going to make some more, which, reminder, it is charged redstone and nether quartz. We get charged from sifting, which is perfect. We get nether quartz from our sifting, and we get our redstone. I would like to automate this, but maybe we'll do that later. Wow, so Source makes a lot of power, and you could make it passive with a mob farm. So it would go crazy for an early AE2 setup. Gabe, are you testing on the server? Can I come see it? If I could come see it, I'd love to see what it's outputting. All right, let's TPA Gazardus. So what he is testing is using Ars Nouveau power generation for early game into AE2, because AE2 can store source as well. But all we're doing here is a volcanic source link that is burning coal into a jar, which comes up to relay, which comes into source converter, into our dense energy cell. And check that out. Check out the amount of power. You know what? I might even do this myself. Gazardus, thank you so much for showing us this. That's gorgeous. So it's, let's think. So let's see. It's a tiny amount of flux too, and it's given about what, 1,000 at a time, 2,000 at a time per block of coal. And the beauty is you don't have to burn coal. You could even do a crop, a agromatic source link. You could do the Mobs dying source link. You could do the mobs animals breeding source link. Yeah, that's fantastic. Per single coal. If there's no relay and jar, the volcanic source link connects to the energy converter automatically. Oh, okay, okay. Let's see what the converter costs, because we're about to have to start ours today to make our islands. And I just want to see, it's an enchant of, oh, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Just 4 source gem blocks. Hey, that's easy enough. Hey, and we got pads. How you doing, man? Well, guys, let's head back home and continue our upgrade of everything. So we need a bunch of cable. Sorry, my cat just hopped on my lap and it's difficult to maneuver. I'm going to make patterns since we have started our auto crafting, and we'll just put them in one of our assemblers. Did you like what you saw in the pack? I did. I really do like all of the create add-ons. It's every single one I've ever wanted to play with. So I do like it. But let's look at Fluix Smart and make a pattern for it, as well as Fluix Covered. And what we're going to do is say white wool substitutions disabled for the covered. So this is going to be the base cable pattern. Then what we want to do is I want patterns for our blue cable, our black cable. This is the smart cable. Oh, I guess if we want to use the wool, actually, let me change what I'm doing here. Oh, you do use dyes. It doesn't depend on the color of the wool anymore. That's interesting. Pat says, by the way, I also built a house which is able to move down to the bottom of the world, my new base, with a one wireless click. Very nice. Gets exchanged with the little house. Big ol' donut. Hi, Fallen. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Because that's the case, I'm actually going to change my sheep back to white wool. Just so that, or I'll put on substitutions enabled in my covered. So let's put our covered and say substitutions. Then we got black, we got blue, we just need cyan cable. Oh my gosh, please. Cyan Smart. And we'll go ahead and throw these in here. Unfortunately, that means we do have to make a bunch of the dyes. Don't have dye seeds yet, so we will just make patterns of crafting the dyes from lapis and coal. So let's grab a pattern for cyan. I'm just going to type dye. And let's get cyan from blue and green. Oh, not coal. That was silly of me. Blue. And our green, because we don't have the dye, I might see if there's an easy yellow method that we have. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go sunflower, and you'll see why. You'll see why in a second here. Because we can do a little easy trick of... Oh, let's come back here. Be right back, shower, and afterwards driving. Can't smelt cactus for green. Yeah, I want to avoid the smelting step. So I'm just going to make sure we can buy a sunflower. We can. And we're just going to sneak a bunch. And just load our system up with sunflowers. Auto pattern for furnace, yeah. Definitely a possible method, but I'm not going to do it because I'm eventually just going to use dye essence. So because of that, oh, these ones don't duplicate. You serious? Do I have to do the bone meal method? I know the small flowers do, but you get 2 dye per sunflower. All right, that should be plenty of sunflowers for all of our cables. Oh, they fixed the flower duping. Oh, sad day. I really liked it personally. It got annoying at times, but for the most part, I liked it. But let's just get to start. Our sifting is going to be on, I'm thinking sifting is going to be on blue. So we need blue smart cable. We just need sand and, oh, it does say we need more wool. We need more wool if I want that many. But maybe, can I get 50 of the cable? Just need a bit more wool. Darn. If these sheep hurry up, we'll have enough. But that does remind me I need sand. Let's just start with a few cables. All right. Now, we got to think channels, guys. We got to think channels. We need 3 here no matter what. Then we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the chests, or we push them all to one inventory with a subnet, and we might do a subnet. Oh, you won't tell? Nice. Lots of wool at your base. I'm sure there is. I'm sure. But here's the big thing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which is perfect for what we're going to try to do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a base row. And I'm going to grab cable anchors. Now, to make the anchors, in fact, why don't we do this as a pattern? You have to use a knife. And I'm going to choose copper because it doesn't have many uses. That's fine. And we'll make a pattern for a Certus cutting knife. Substitutions are enabled, so it can use any durability of the knife. And let's just get a bunch of cable anchors. We are going to have to make a bunch of the cards that give power, but I'm not too worried about it. Now, we do need to be able to connect everything here. It's going to be a little bit of an interesting wiring challenge. Why don't we do the bottom? We'll do row by row. I think is going to be the method we'll choose here. Just row by row, and we'll do these 3 together. And I'm going to move our cobble gen. It'll take a little bit to move, but I do think we'll be fine. That's just the cobble gen for power, which we're going to be changing. Don't worry, Donut. I'm going to show how to automate the cards today. It's going to be legit. It's going to be really cool. But yeah, we'll put that there, which means our cable, our dense cable, is going to be right here. So I'm going to grab, let me see if I can make some dense. Oh, you can't go straight to dense anymore with dyed cable. Ooh, that does mean we need another pattern for dense blue. We have to go dense, then dye them. And we're going to go the Flux covered because I like to be able to store different amounts of cables. Let's put this all in. We'll give it some wool and we'll see what we can make. Okay, that was really weird, Hexa Young Thug. Any moderators on YouTube right now, or should I take care of it? I think I can take care of it. Oh, did it already get held? Never mind. Okay. YouTube took care of it. When you put netherite card in them, I'm telling you now, those turbines aren't enough power. Oh, that's the cards you mean. I'm talking about induction cards that I need for the applied flux we're doing. I got a double watch. Or if you could just have it in a tab, that works too. That you can click on if I say, hey, something's a little off over here. You turned a lot of settings up for the YouTube chat manager. Oh, perfect. That's probably why it auto grabbed that comment. I appreciate it. Thank you. But okay, so we've gotten to there. We just need the blue dense. We were going to grab wool. I got distracted by that really weird comment. And we just need a little bit. Probably going to be short sand. What if I go 10? Still just wool. But in the meantime, we do need sand. And I'm pretty sure all of these are going to be pretty... There we go. I can steal some sand from there. Yeah, right? There's just no need. I don't understand sometimes why people do that. But oh, guys, I just remembered the bottom row is going to be done different. The bottom row is going to be done different. This is going to be really cool if it works. I'm actually going to tear the cable out from here. Just for a moment. And I'm going to grab a hammer. This is going to be really cool. Especially on Twitch or YouTube. Right? Some people, they think they can just say whatever. Based off of the fact that it's online. And it's kind of creepy sometimes. But I'm going to change all of their outputs to this side. Now, something we're going to need is a bunch of interfaces. Let's see what resources those are going to require. We do need pattern. So I'm going to go pattern for that. Because I don't want to have to turn them to flat face myself. Let's go ahead and try to get 10 of these. Okay, we're short logic and Flux dust. Covert Agent and Seer coming in on YouTube. Yo and hello, how are you guys? Good to see ya, good to see ya. So here's what we're gonna do. Why don't we also automate our inscribers right now? And funny enough, I'm actually gonna use Super Factory Manager for a moment here. Because I want to demonstrate a default program this has. It's really useful. So I'm going to undo the power here because I'm gonna move where they are and push this. And we're gonna move our inscriber setup. I'm gonna grab our one program if we add super, and I'm going to reset it. Now, factory manager. Man, I love starting Applied Energistics. I like the grind and the satisfaction of auto crafting. For real, it's fantastic. Covert Agent says I join and he's already hurting my brain. I'm sorry. But I'm going to reset this program. And there is an example AE2 Inscriber program. So check these out. It is all set up already, this program, to auto make the materials from a single chest. So we're going to press done on this. And I'm going to remove some cable here. And what we'll do is I'm going to make a wall of inscribers. And if we read the program, like if we pull the labels, we need silicon, results, materials, logic, last, engineering, calculation. In those labels, that does mean we just need four inscribers. Four inscribers should be enough, right? No, five. I apologize. So we do need one more inscriber, which I'm going to go ahead and make a pattern for. Because if you keep making patterns for everything, you'll eventually start getting to the point where you already have patterns for other parts of other crafts, which is really useful. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over here, so that we are touching this glass cable. And I'm going to move our manager. I'm going to put, there's lava behind this wall, so I got to be kind of quick here on whichever, I think it's this one. Perfect. And this one. So I'm going to put down some cable for all the inscribers, as well as the manager. This is gonna blow your mind, guys, how simple, how fast early game you can do this, because the program is already written. We're gonna put this down, and one more for the manager, and you'll see why we're leaving this space specifically. Now, all we need is our inscribers, like so. We need to make sure that they do not auto export. Perfect. And this one in the corner, I'm going to set to stack to 4. I'd prefer stack to 1, but stack to 4 will help us stay safe. Then we'll put down our manager and our program. And we'll once again pull the labels. And what we'll do is we'll go silicon. We need a chest for the results. Totally messed that up. Give me a second here. Whoa. Oh, it's because they were still sifting when I was breaking stuff. Oops. Oops. Houston, we have a problem. But all I need to do is put a chest here for the results. And results is also going to be materials. Then we'll go logic, last, engineering, and calculation. It's as simple as that. Now I just got to put in our presses. So we should have calculation, silicon, logic, engineering. And I believe we went silicon at the bottom. We then went logic, calculation, engineering. Logic, calculation, and engineering. Now, I need these powered, and I should be able to just move this energy dock over to like here for now. And that brings all of these online. Now it really is as simple as if there is gold, we'll do 4 as an example. 4 gold in this chest. It gets pulled and it gets turned into our logic. And then it gets put over in the last result. All with the program that comes default with the pack. You don't have to change anything. Now, to automate this with the AE2, what I'm going to do is grab a pattern provider. Let's go ahead and make a pattern here. I thought we had crafting tables, but maybe we didn't. And I'm going to make it make me a panel version. We have just enough slots in our current molecular assembler, which is perfect. But I'm going to grab a pattern provider. I'm going to hide it from the terminal, and you'll see what we're going to do here. Let me read. I totally messed on keeping up on chat here. Donut said that the creator of AE2 changed modded Minecraft forever and for the better. I agree. And Seer says, I got most of the mods down, but I still need to learn Computercraft, Integrated Dynamics, SFM, and XNet. Yeah, I would learn SFM and XNet first. They're the easiest. Then learn Integrated Dynamics. Then take on the beast that is Computercraft. Because Computercraft is pure Lua coding. The other mods kind of make coding easier. But check this out. So we're going to make a pattern for our printed, our circuits. Or processors. Pardon my name here. XNet is fun. I only know the basics. Yeah, XNet is super powerful when you get into using the wireless antennas and routers. You can make an entire base with just XNet. It's gorgeous. But check this out. We're going to grab the processor patterns. So we'll start with logic. Now here is the normal recipe. But we're going to change it. Instead of printed silicon and printed logic, we're going to give it regular silicon and a gold ingot. And I'm also going to favorite that so I don't have to look it up each time. And that becomes our logic processor pattern. We're going to do the same here. For calculation, we're going to change this to silicon and Certus. Make that our pattern. And last but not least, we just need our engineering. And we will do a diamond and silicon. Now with those patterns in there, there's only one thing left to do, and that is in this oak chest, we're going to grab a hopper upgrade. Now a normal hopper upgrade can only do, it can't really do sides and such. But if we upgrade this, and it's not too expensive. If we upgrade this advanced, perfect. Now what we can do is say we want to push on the top. Push on the top. And in that push filter, we want to only allow our printed processors. Now it should be as simple as, last but not least, making a pattern for silicon, which is smelting Certus quartz dust and putting that over on our furnace. And I'm going to clear the current results in here. So let's give this a test. Let's try now to request some interfaces. We're going to be short Fluix dust, but I can remedy that myself really fast. In fact, I think I'm going to grab another Inscriber if we can, just to do this. And this is going to be my I need to quickly crush things Inscriber. Big Old Donut says, got to upgrade your A2 system to some extended versions. Yeah, I've already started. So like I've got my extended pattern provider, my extended molecular assembler. I'm using a dock from ME cells to do my storage cell. We are going to be switching more to extended. Our pattern access is extended so that I can ping locations. We're really early game still. I really haven't played much. But let's give this a try. So if I request 10 interfaces, SFM has already started moving all the items to the various chests, including the redstone. It comes here, it goes up, and if we take a look, we can see it received the result. It's going perfect. We do want to speed these up, but I think I'll finish this craft, or maybe I will put this to stack to 64. We'll finish this craft and then we'll speed these up. But as our interfaces start coming in, the reason we have these is we're going to put them all along the back of these machines. Now the AppliedFlux is going to be a bit more difficult. But before we get into it, I need more molecular assemblers. So I'm going to make a pattern for regular and for extended. Oh, we need more patterns. And don't forget, the first thing we made was a pattern for patterns. Yeah, extended AE blows my mind. It really makes it a phenomenal pack. It really does. But I'm going to pull out temporarily one of my patterns here, so that I can get some more molecular assemblers. Let's just try to get 2. Or not molecular assemblers. Guys, we needed extended pattern providers. What am I doing? Extended pattern and capacity card. We're going to have to pull out... I'll just pull out the molecular assemblers for now. We'll get more of those in a minute. Let's request 2 of these. Yeah, pattern modifier is amazing. I love it. So many quality of life items. I'm excited. Yeah, it really is. Everything's just easier now. But we just got to wait for these calculation, and we should have our 2 extended pattern providers, which I'm going to have to build up to because I don't have a jetpack yet. And we're just going to put them on the bat. Oh, I really was hoping I could make that jump. We're going to put one behind just so that we never forget to do it. And one on this side. And Judo, so extended pattern providers, instead of only holding 8, instead of only holding 9 patterns, it holds 4 rows in inventory worth. It's really nice. But let's put our, I'm going to say only show empty slot and put our other patterns in. And then the last thing I want to do is grab some speed upgrades for AE2. I think they're called cards. Acceleration card. We'll make a pattern for that really fast. Does use Fluix. But we're about to automate Fluix and energy charged redstone. It's gonna be really neat. Hey, Red Spaceman, coming in with the follow on Twitch. Enjoy your light show. Welcome to the channel. I could see that. I just, to make the flight potion, don't I need popped chorus fruit? Yeah. And I'm not sieving endstone yet. So I'm not making endstone in a barrel at this moment. I will soon though. I will soon. But let's grab, let's see, we got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Let's see if we have the resources. Beautiful. So it's going to do the cards, and then we'll start making the resources to bring this online. We can already start preparing the automation for why can't I spell annihilation? Guys, how do you spell annihilation? I can't think of it. Oh, you only need one endstone, then the Zycraft extractor, the endstone generation. Oh. Zycraft generator. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I do know in the update that came out today, they now added a Zycraft quest chain, so I'm definitely going to have to read this to learn how to use everything. But I'm going to claim all my quest rewards, see if I get anything crazy. Doesn't look like it. And let's put our cards in here. So we should be set up to request interfaces. We might be short glass. I'm going to try to get 10 more. And we're going to come put an interface on the back of each of these. There's no power needed either. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be really nice. But I do need to automate these cards. So we need an annihilation pane. And I, for the life of me, can't think of how to spell annihilation right now. Oh my gosh, I am struggling, guys. Wait, I can look at one. I can look at this one. Formation and ANN. Oh my gosh, it has 2 N's. Are you serious? There it is. I'm going to favorite that. But all we need is an annihilation and a formation pane. And we're going to automate all of our AE2 crafting stuff here. This is going to be really neat. We do need a interface, which I think we just crafted some. Yep, we got some interfaces. I need a storage bus and a singular pattern provider. We'll grab some cable really quick. We do need... I'm going to go with... Since this is auto crafting, I'm going to go cyan. And then I also just need quartz fiber for regular old power once this is done crafting. So let's grab that, and that should be everything we need minus a water bucket. So I'm going to set this up over here in this corner to make it easier on me. Going to clear a little bit of space. And the methodology here is pretty simple. We'll have to run a cable, but we'll do that in a minute. Why don't we use glass so you guys can actually see what is happening? And then for quality of life of people coming to the base, do we have demagnetizers? Oh, we do. I just need a tiny one. Demagnetization coil. So the way this is going to work is over here is going to be a pattern provider. Okay? This pattern provider will put its items into this interface. This interface is going to be directly connected to a formation pane. I guess I totally forgot to make these. Is it plain? Yeah, there we go. We need a formation and a annihilation. But its items will only be in this subnet to a formation pane set to drop as item. Drop as item. In the back is where we're going to do a little bit of quartz fiber. The quartz fiber is going to touch the side here. And we're going to run a cable here with quartz fiber again. Or I could do the front for this part. I'm going to do the front. I'm going to do the front. So let's go cable, cable, and then cable here. I either need an anchor or I need... Ooh, this is a hard choice right here. Give me a second, folks. I'm going to use an anchor. I'm going to put an anchor here because in this cable is going to be a storage bus, and this storage bus is going to say, yo, I only accept redstone crystal. And I only accept Flux. This is going to come from an annihilation pane directly above. So this annihilation pane can now only pick up crystal and Flux. We'll go ahead and we'll just fill in the bottom here. We'll put some glass. And last but not least, we're going to put a water source block. Then, so that people's magnets don't interfere with my crafting recipes, I'm going to put a demagnetization coil in this area. I kind of want it to only cover what I need, so I'm going to break that. Oh no, it breaks in water. Darn. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to pick up the water. I'm going to put this dirt back. I'm going to put the demag coil, and then I'm going to put water and glass above it. So glass and then water. And then just to ensure nobody walks on it and picks up items, we're going to fully encase that part too. So there it is. It really is that simple. All that's left to do is hook up this pattern provider. Now to do it, all I'm going to, what I'm thinking is I'm going to move my manager over to this side. And come outside. And I'm going to put it outside. I think that only works for simple magnets. It works for all magnets. See here, it makes it so any entities within the demagnetizer cannot be pulled to another entity. This is got Brian saying, hope you're having a nice day. Thank you. Thank you. Now, what we're going to look at is how many channels are in this line right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because these don't count for channels, but they can pass channels through them. So we'll just go like that. And that brings this pattern provider online. All that's left to do is make some patterns for a redstone crystal as well as redstone block. And a pattern for Flux crystal. We'll put the redstone block up here, and we'll put these two patterns in here and say don't show in terminal. Now, theoretically, I say, you know what? I need more Flux. It spits out the items, turns them to Flux, and then the annihilation pane picks them up. Just like that. Seer's going to come test it. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, man. But our crystals... Oh, we're short Flux dust. We do need to automate... We should just automate Flux dust. We should just get that done. I think I'm honestly just going to do it right here. I'm going to put a pattern provider. I'm going to say auto export. Or an inscriber. And then I'll grab a pattern provider. Put it below. Now, it should be receiving power from the co-processing unit, which it is. And all we're going to do in here is just create a pattern for Flux dust. So Miko uses here, and we'll make a pattern for Flux dust. We've told it to auto export. Let's request a bunch of red crystals. That should kick on, and in fact, I've got the acceleration cards on me. And then it should start making the crystals. Yeah, see, they're not shooting to you. That inventory cable was from somewhere else. All these items are staying over here. And just like that, we're automating redstone crystals. So this is the setup. It's just the cable here and the cable behind with an annihilation and a formation. There's a very similar tutorial to it in the official AE2 guidebook you can follow. But that's really all it is. Let's keep putting some interfaces, and then we need now to charge the redstone crystals, right? Isn't that part of our process? I think it's because they're trapped as well. Well, like simple magnets can pull items through walls. I know simple magnets can. But to charge, what we're going to do is we're going to take the charger we have, and you guessed it, we're going to make a pattern for chargers, and then a pattern for extended chargers. These extended chargers do require storage buses. It's a pain, I know, but trust me, an extended charger is worth it. Go ahead and put these up here. And then I'm going to hide this from my terminal. And out of curiosity, how many channels do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have room for an extended charger up there. We're so close to doing the AppliedFlux, guys. We're really getting there. We are going to have to run a cable kind of ugly-like across the top here, but I'm not too worried about it. Put away my wool. Let's grab our extended charger and a pattern provider. And we're just going to put the pattern provider on this face with the charger in front. Now the charger needs power, and what we could actually do for the power, if we take a look at it, it can receive item, 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 but the power has to be top or bottom. For that, I'm just going to put a cable above and then my charger. In this charger, we need a pattern for charged redstone. Yeah, the simple magnets and sophisticated magnets work in the same way. They pick up an item does with just a bigger range. I didn't work at all for my Botania setup, and all the mods 9 must have changed for the better. Ah. It didn't work. Not I. That was my bad. But now with the charger set up, if I come to our induction card, what are we missing to craft 20 of these? We do need energy processors, and we need a bit more sand. Now to get more sand, we should have... If I turn off this guy for a minute, he should fill with sand, right? Oh, they're out of energy. I'll just make some sand. I'll just make some sand really quick. I should have a bunch of compressed cobble and a compressed hammer. I'm going to make some sand till we get our system back online. Come here, Shift K. Oh, my shift isn't working. I have to do each one individually. That's kind of annoying. Okay, there we go. We got our gravel. And our sand. So the sand is done, but we do need our energy pattern. Hey, thanks for following, Super Freaky. Welcome to the channel. Enjoy your light show. So we need to make energy processors, right? It's pretty much the same recipe, except we have to make a printed energy circuit. But the thing is we got a little bit of space right here. I'm going to modify my SFM program to be able to do these ones as well. So I'm going to put a inventory cable. And we've already blocked off here, so we don't need to worry about that. And we're going to put an Inscriber energy press. Now, in our program, all that needs to change, if we come to edit, is inputting from materials. We're going to add an additional line here. And I'm going to type output. What is it called? Hold on. I need its official tag. Redstone underscore crystal. Redstone underscore crystal. Redstone underscore crystal 2, and we're just going to call this flux. And it needs to go to slots 2. Now, if you're not familiar with how to figure out slots, there is a tool with SFM. If we take a look here, called a network tool, but it does state that pressing Control-I in an inventory does the same thing. So we'll come over to this one, and when we press Control-I, we get the slot numbers, and we want slot 2. That's going to go from there. And then, if we continue reading these programs, we need to input from, now that we have added flux. Right? Yeah, okay. Then we need to change the output to last to also include printed, oh gosh, what's it called? Oh, it's charged redstone. We need to fix that. Charged redstone. But otherwise it is printed underscore energy underscore processor. Printed energy processor. I think that needs a comma there. I'm not 100% sure. But we did know that that is not redstone crystal. It is charged redstone. Go ahead and pull these labels, and all that we should need to add is flux. Oh, did I not save that? Hold on. Printed energy circuit. That's what comes out here at the bottom. Oh, is that really what it is? It says processor for me. We turn charged redstone into printed energy processor. But if we look at the program, currently it's invalid. I think it's this comma. Now we can pull the labels, and we'll just add flux. That should be everything we needed to do. So theoretically, if we make a pattern here for this guy and change this to be charged redstone. Oh gosh. And put that here. Can I request it? Let's try it. Yeah, that's the name, but not the ID. It's the ID that we need. Like, you'll notice it went by IDs here. So let's try once. We'll give this a shot. Let's try to make a I'm just going to type flux. Let's make an energy processor. Where did it go? Did it work? Oh, it's charging right now. We don't have, I totally forgot, guys. We need to add something over here. This way we set it up is not going to work. I need to change this. The charger can't auto output. I'm going to make a actual block here. And I know this is going to look messy as all heck, but we'll be cleaning everything up shortly. I'm going to put the charger here, and I'm going to break this back wall so that I can just, for now, I'll just use a pipe. Pipe with a diamond upgrade. And just say only pull out charged redstone. Okay. But it does look like that part of it worked. Looks like we are good to go. Coming back to Flux. Wait, it says 3. Did I need... Oh, we needed to add this to our filter. Perfect. Done. Now, what resources are we missing for 20 of these? Oh, I didn't put the pattern back. What else was missing? I admittedly did not look. Something wants printed silicon. Oh. This pattern needs to have silicon, not printed. Craft. We should see everything start kicking on here. And in the meantime, once it's done crafting everything, it's just charging right now over here. We do need some acceleration cards, but I'll get there. Once this craft is done, I'm going to craft the dense cable to wire all of these up. It should work, what we're going to try. So this is going. I'm going to steal some acceleration cards from engineering for now, just to go faster. Check our power. We're running low on power. We might black out here. Yep, here comes the blackout. Yep. That is because of this. I'm gonna pull it out. This should get online here in a second. It's almost there. It's almost there. Judo says, got to head out, Fallen. Been a pleasure. Have a good rest of your stream. Take care. Thanks so much. See you, Judo. Gabe says, me after a few too many drinks. Yeah, blacking out, man. Yeah, that was my bad for running out of power, but we're going to be increasing our power gen very shortly. So I am causing a bit of lag right now. An AE2 system blinking on and off is a lot of lag, but we're almost done. As soon as this is done, the AE2 network is going to start charging again here in just a moment. And then we'll put the energy card back here in a second. Want me to sell you some power? No, because I'm experimenting with different power gen methods, and if you sell me power or loan, there's no. I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But that should be able to charge back up here shortly. And I think I can put this back, because this will still get most of the power. We're going to craft some dense blue. We're probably going to be short sand. No, we had enough. Hey. Gorgeous. I didn't think that was going to work. You would need it back with a hearty interest. I've got to pass. I've got to pass. I'm sorry. But we're going to take our dense cable, and this is where I said it's going to look a little ugly. We do have to run it inside the base temporarily. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come down in this corner so that I can wire up this cobblestone. But it should just have to come... Let's see. I need some more blue cable. It should just have to come over here. Put our smart, and then our dense is going to touch here, 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 and come over. That'll bring all of these interfaces online. Now, you'll notice we are out of power. I'm testing if interfaces can provide power. We might have to use pattern providers, because AppliedFlux has changed since the last time I used it. We'll give this a shot. I come over here to this flux hammer, and I give it an induction card. This now gets power. Ah, yes. Because reminder, we are ME interface induction card from our energy cell into our energy storage, and then it outputs. So all we need to do now is we would need to put a induction card in every single one of these. But to make it easier on myself, we're going to use a network card. Or smart card, right? Is that what it's called? What is the card called? AE2. Is it a memory card? I feel like it might be called a memory card. Yep, memory card. So let's get one of these. And craft a memory card. And what I'm going to do is save, shift right click, copied configuration. So now as I go to these, as I have network tools, network cards in my tool, and I paste all down the line. Oh, Did it? I don't know if that one loaded, but it'll put the cards in for me. So why don't we try to do the bottom row too? And the beauty of using interfaces on the bottom row, guys. Why we did that. I think these are all good now, right? Loaded, 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 loaded. Is our sieves are now outputting into an interface which puts the items in the system. We do have to give these items, and there's a method we're going to do that in just a moment here. But you'll notice we are now collecting from these, and they all have power. Now, because all this power gen is over here, we need to get that to this energy cube. This is all temporary setup, but I'm going to grab some energy pipe until we have flux. And I've got to run the power from over here. If I put a energy cable, we want to make sure that it is set to output. Is that the front? I'm just going to do input output on both of them. And we're going to bring power over to the main network. Messy, messy, messy. I know, I know. And I'll catch up on chat in just a second. I just got to run this before we start dying. Okay. So there we go. So we're getting additional power to our cube. Now we should be draining this one. Let's make sure input, output, input, output. And this is now transferring the max output, which is 1.6 thousand FE a tick, over to this cube. And the cube doesn't show much energy because it's all getting stored in our 1K cell. Beautiful, beautiful. Doesn't this just look gorgeous? Doesn't this look beautiful? All right, but we do need to get our items into these various areas and connect the storage from these. So we need 3 storage buses. Or 4 for the cobble, which we are out of slime. Let's come out here and we'll grab a bucket and we'll go milk, slime, milk, slime, milk, slime. But I just want to get our sieving back online before we do anything else. So taking a look here, we needed 4 storage buses. And those are going to go on this cobblestone and on our 3 resources we are producing. Now to wire these up, we're going to use a bit more of our 32 channels we have here with some cable. So I'm going to grab smart cable, and we do need more. We might be out of sand. Nope, we have enough. And some anchors. Now, I'm going to use... You'll notice we've only got 1, 2, 3 channels on this line. I'm going to use this line to add 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to put some cable anchors. And then go over on top of these. then, yeah, because these are the hammers. These are the hammers. If I was smart, I could have put these interfaces on top of the hammers. In fact, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. No messing around. No messing around. These interfaces that we put on the sides are actually going to go on top. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And don't worry, there is method to the madness, because what we can do with these, if we then wire it over and down, is these interfaces that are going to use, oh, where did they, oh, they're still connected. We're going to disconnect this middle line. And what we'll do is provide power and the items to hammer from a single line, except this one. This one stays. And cable. Load. Perfect. So by putting the interfaces on top, we're going to both provide power and items to the sieves. If I can find a good way to do this without, I'm just going to come underneath. And the way we'll do this is first, I'm going to put an energy card in each of these. Then this line will just, it doesn't matter which we choose right now. So I'm going to start with netherrack. I'm going to tell it, I need you to stock netherrack. And this hammer will pull it in from the interface. Then we're going to go ahead and go blackstone and cobbled deep slate. In fact, it'd probably be easiest if I just grab a stack here. And we'll go blackstone, cobbled deep slate. These three are just going to store cobble. And don't worry, we're about to hook up the storage of these items too. So we'll put those in. And then, oh, I guess I shouldn't have removed these cable anchors. Because we do know this, there's only two channels being used here right now. If we grab our extra cable, all we're going to do is run this over to our storage. And now these will all stock. And then we just got to hook up this bad boy. And we're stocked. We are good to go. Now the thing is I don't want other items being stored in these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to their priority. And insertion is highest first. Extraction is lowest first. And so I'm just going to put these all at -1000 priority. But just like that, folks, our sieving is now back online because these sieves are getting power and putting the items into the interfaces behind, which is awesome. I love it. That does mean we can finally clean this up a bit. We've got power, we've got items entirely through AE2, and AE2 is now just one connection to the block. One connection with the interface. It gives power and it gives items, which is phenomenal. AppliedFlux opens up so many possibilities. Yep, we are low on wood. I think that's what we're going to finish off with, is we're going to go automate our wood production. Now, the method I want to use for wood production is industrial foregoing. Before we can do anything else, because if we look at creating a plant gatherer, we are going to need, oh no, yeah, we do need plastic. So first and foremost in industrial is a fluid extractor. Why don't we make patterns as we go along here? So I'm going to go fluid extractor. Oh gosh. I need more patterns. Pity machine frame. And if we come back to that fluid extractor, I believe it was a lightweight pressure plate. Let's go ahead and put these patterns in. I notice our extended charger is showing, so I'm going to hide that. And now we'll get a fluid extractor. Hopefully. And the other thing we need is a latex processing unit. Let's make patterns for that. So see, we'll get a pattern for buckets out of this one, and we'll also get a pattern for furnaces, finally, out of that one. And throw these up here. Let's see how we're looking. Did it get stuck? It got stuck on Pity machine frame? Why did we get stuck on Pity machine frame? Ah, because of the logs, probably. I'm going to enable substitutes, and we're going to try that again. So first a latex processing unit and a fluid extractor. Ah, we're short logs. Let's quickly chop a tree or two. In fact, let's just do a bunch of trees. And once we're done here, we are never going to have to chop a tree again. This is going to take care of everything. So I'm going to grow all these trees as best I can and then chop them down. Ooh, why aren't our leaves breaking? There we go. Let's grow these trees. Okay. That should be plenty of logs to get us to auto trees. So fluid extractor hopefully doesn't brick again. It did not. We're good. And I'm going to grab an acacia sapling because acacia gives more lapis or more latex per processing tick. So let me grab an emerald and we'll clean up our inventory a little bit here. And we'll come over to our market saplings and we're going to buy acacia. I'll grow one acacia myself really fast. Hopefully. There we go. Gives us some acacia log, which we're going to put in front of our fluid extractor. Now to make this easier on myself, I know I just put them away, but I'm going to grab these cables. And I'm going to grab a interface. And we could, with an active formation pane, if we make a pattern for this bad boy, automate this entire process. So we'll put our patterns in there and we'll grab a active formation pane. Now this face has only used 19 channels, so we have plenty to spare. We're going to add a little stairwell to get up here. Beautiful. And all we're going to do... Oh, you know what I need? Is the water. right? Because doesn't a latex processing unit use water? Oh, no, it doesn't. We're good. We're good. I'm going to face some blocks here. First, we'll put this up here and we'll put a active formation plane that is going to be first set to acacia. And then once it runs out of acacia, it is going to use oak log. Our fluid extractor is going to face this acacia log and it's going to get latex. And what we want to say is the back, which is east. So that's the back. We want the front, which is west. We want it to push the latex front. It's going to push it into our latex processing unit, which does need water. We'll get that in a second. We're going to say pull from back. Latex gets input from the side, which it's getting. And then the output is going to push out the back. All we need to add is a interface, a energy card, and we're going to put water here because I'm about to store water. I'm about to store it. So it'll stock water. In fact, I think we need to put it further back, if I remember right. And that should be everything this needs. We do need one more interface for power. For our other block, if I can type correctly. We'll wait for this. There is our interface, which I'm going to get rid of this wall. And we'll just put a cable interface and give it a induction card. That should now make this powered, which will make it go a lot faster. And then to store water, Super Factory Manager is actually going to come in clutch again. We're going to type Super Factory Manager, or at Super Factory Manager. We're going to grab a water tank. Then we'll grab some buckets of water I have on me. And we got to find a location to put this. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to break out of the building here to right here. And I'll take our smooth sandstone and I'll put a little ring. And we'll put water. And water. Just 2 should be fine for now, but it stores 1 bucket at a time. That's enough for what we need. We'll go ahead and come over here and grab a storage bus. Until we have a fluid cell. Once we have a fluid cell, we won't need this. Because for those who don't know, there is a infinite water, infinite cobble cell in the game from Extended AE, the infinite water cell, but it requires a 16K. I don't really have storage for that yet. I don't have enough materials, or maybe I do, but I'll save that for next time. Let's just put a storage bus up on this water at a low rate. And that should stock water here and stock it in our processing unit, which then puts the latex into the system. So we can see our current amount of rubber. We've only got 1, and we need 2 for a plant gatherer. So we'd have to wait for that to finish up. but I'm sure it will be done pretty shortly here. Our magmator is no longer running, unfortunately. Oh, I've got enough cobble. I've got enough cobble backlogged. We should be fine. We should be fine. Let's put all of that away. And hopefully... You know what? I'm not going to make you guys wait for latex. It's going to be really simple. I am just going to put a plant gatherer and plant sower where the sower plants a sapling. Sapling grows, plant gatherer harvests the tree. That's all we're going to do. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this longer stream than usual as we deep dived into the process of getting AppliedFlux up and running. Again, to recap, if we come over here, from our energy cell, it is outputting into an interface with a card, an induction card. That energy is being stored over here in our cell dock in a 1K ME storage cell. Once that cell is in place, interfaces, pattern providers, and if we take a look here, interfaces, pattern providers, extended interfaces, and extended pattern providers can now all accept or send energy. So, by placing it on top of our machines, it's giving them energy. Just got to make sure you have the card. Hope you enjoyed, guys. This has been Fallen Pumpkin here on our public All the Mods 9 to the Sky server. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be in the world, and I hope to see you next time. But for now, bye-bye.